Hey guys, I'm back today with another true core workout. We're gonna work 160 core.
Let's go.
Now, I have my Tabata timer set up. We're gonna start with 4 bicycles. 1, 2, 3, 4 into 4 toe taps. So join me now if you haven't. We're just gonna do 4 bicycles into 4 toe taps. Ideally, you wanna get your legs nice and straight and then bring that elbow to the opposite knee for these. So we're gonna keep going.
Halfway there.
About 50 seconds on, and then 10 seconds to recover. I'll show you the next move. So today what's gonna be awesome is we're not just working our abs, but we're really working 360 degrees of our full
10 seconds.
So we'll be definitely focusing on the abs heavily, but you're gonna see a lot of stabilizing moves, moves for our glutes, moves for our legs.
Rest.
All right, take that 10 seconds, breathe. We're going into a Gravedigger or an up-down plank next. So we're gonna start with high plank, bring our elbows to the mat.
Let's go.
And work our way back up. We're gonna get a lot of bonus shoulder work here. So what I want you to focus on as we're going up and down through this plank is keeping that back flat. I want you to imagine there's a glass of water. You could balance right on that back. I want those palms lined up with the shoulders as we come up and down. I don't want to see them floating in front of your face, and I don't want to see that butt.
Halfway there.
Halfway there. I'm getting some of the hardest moves out of the way in the beginning, but I did save a few for the end. So we're gonna keep going through that Gravedigger, more than halfway there. Keep in mind, like I always say,
10 seconds.
if this is one of your first days working out with me, I do not expect, nor do I want you to go the full 50 seconds right off the bat.
Rest.
When you hear that halfway there, I want you recovering, I want you taking a break, and I want you seeing how that feels the next day, slowly working it up. So you've got to
Let's go.
sit up next. I'm gonna take my hands behind me, tap them right down on the ground, slowly lower with control. So you can see as they roll up and as they roll down, I'm not flying like this. I'm not using momentum. I'm really asking my abs to bring me up, and I'm using that hip and core control on the way down. So the slower we do this, the more we're able to round.
Halfway there.
As we rise, the more we'll get out of this one. So I'm tapping, slowly lowering. After this, we're going to be right into plank again. And then before you know it, we'll be working on that lower back.
10 seconds.
And a little bit of glutes. Whew. Let's try to get 2 more. Which is about, I feel like I'm moving so slowly.
Rest.
Okay, take that breath. We're gonna flip it on over. We're gonna go back to that plank position. We'll be walking from plank to there. Doing a hip drop.
Let's go.
Line up with the hips. We're gonna raise here, just a little bit off the ground. Drop the hips to the right. Drop the hips to the left, and walk it back out. So now we're getting into that true core work. A lot of things are at play here. A lot of things are engaging. A lot of things are stabilizing. Getting some good work as we work those abs. So again, just like
Halfway there.
I want those palms under the shoulders, and I want those feet hovering barely above the ground on that bear, lined up with our hips. So if you have a mirror near you, that is so helpful.
10 seconds.
Make sure you're moving through these moves correctly with good form. That way we're getting the muscles you want.
Rest.
Okay, we've got a crunch reach through coming up. So we're going back to the ground.
Let's go.
And I'm going to be rounding as I raise here. Then I'm going to reach and reach at the top while engaging that core. So I'm going to rise, reach past my left, reach past my right, and drop back down. So you keep doing that for the minute. You're going to feel this more towards the upper portion of your rectus abdominis. Believe it or not, there is
Halfway there.
any such thing as lower abs and upper abs, but we do talk about which part of the abs we're targeting. So I don't want you to think there's more muscles hiding in there than there really is. So you're gonna
10 seconds.
in the upper portion. But we're still working that rectus. We're hitting the obliques. Reach side to side. And we're gonna take
Rest.
Okay. So now we're gonna focus on the lower back. Just leave the full back for a little bit. We're really trying to hit the lower back. We're gonna come into position for the floor.
Let's go.
We're going to rise, raise our hands and legs together, pull back nice and slow, extend, and then lower down. So now we're getting a nice counterbalance to all that crunching. Lowering and raising. So we're moving through this fast and furious. And I forgot to mention, but I'll add it to the description. We are here for 15 minutes. And that's so we get about
Halfway there.
Bad work and add in that 5 minutes for the rest of our core. That way everything's even. It's able to stabilize us through the hard movements. We're working on balance. We're working on mobility.
10 seconds.
And a good core workout. And lower. Breathe. See how controlled these movements are.
Rest.
I'm going to squeeze that extra one in. Take that 10 seconds. We are moving on. We've got a plank with a cross or a hip drop. Similar to the one we did.
Let's go.
So we're going to come up into high plank and we're going to pull and drop. So that's what we're doing here. So we need that high plank to create that room so we can drop the hip. So we're just pulling it right across, dropping. Whew. Dropping. So a lot of moves I'm bringing you today, I could not do those for the full 50 seconds.
Halfway there.
So I like to remind you guys of that because sometimes we look at other people and comparison is definitely the thief of joy. We want to do what they're doing. We're upset that we're not there. But what I want you to focus on
10
is
seconds.
not there yet. I can't do it yet. Because if you stick to it, you're there. That was my goal.
Rest.
Whew. I was that person. I couldn't do any of this not long ago. But I kept at it. I didn't quit.
Let's go.
I didn't always give it my all. I didn't always have 100% every day. We're going into a leg lift with a V drop now. But I just kept showing up. That's all it takes. Consistency is key. Consistency wins every time. So even if you didn't have a good night's sleep, you're not really feeling this today, you're not in the mood, but you press play, you're ready to do the hardest
Halfway there.
up. So now I just want to give me all you have. I want you to push yourself until you cannot push anymore. And that way you're going to walk away from this workout being really proud of yourself, really proud of what you accomplished, instead of disappointed
10 seconds.
that you never made it here. 10 more seconds, let's finish this out. Whew. Gonna come up and crunch circles.
Rest.
Endless core today. All right, back down, lower back on the ground. We're gonna crunch up to the left, circle right, do it on the other side. Circle.
Let's go.
Circle it around and drop. One of the moves that absolutely creeps up on you. It's not gonna feel so bad for those first 10 seconds. Unless you're just starting out, then it's pretty much gonna be brutal from right off. But I like this one because we add that bit of rotation, we have that bit of twist, and that way we're waking up that transverse abdominis, which is a hard one.
Halfway there.
Forget about it a lot. But it's our deep core, which makes it so important for keeping us upright, our posture, our stability as we move through daily motions, as we reach to our sides and pick things up. It's so
10 seconds.
helpful to work these muscles. Woo, taking it around. Alright, I know that
Rest.
on fire, so we have a glute bridge coming up. You are welcome for that kind of tiny break in our abs. So we're gonna plant this. I want to up. This is how
Let's go.
slowly lowering for a count of 3. Now you're able to tweak this a little bit if you wanted to make it a little bit more work. So if I were to bring my feet longer, I'm going to feel this more in my legs than my glutes. So I do want those legs right under those knees so that as we come up, we're really keeping the focus on the glutes here.
Halfway there.
Okay. So I'm coming up, slowly lowering, and that's it. Just waking up those glutes. I might do some more glute work after this, we'll see, but now they'll be ready. Awesome, a few more.
10 seconds.
Then we're right back to those abs. Don't worry, I did not forget about them. We're gonna do one more thing for the lower back at the very end. Abs for those last few minutes
Rest.
now. So we're gonna go roll up clap, or we're gonna start, that's a long line. We're gonna roll it up, to the right, roll it up, clap.
Let's go.
You are starting now. So as you do this, again, I don't want us coming up like a V. Not that that's a bad thing. You could come up like this, still good work. So really engaging those hips. But since I want the focus on the core, I want that back rounding as you come up to clap. So this way we're working our abs. Our hips are still getting worked. They're still lifting that leg. Every time we roll up.
Halfway there.
Underneath. Whew. This is the one. You may not love to watch yourself in the mirror because you're going to get all the rolls as you roll up. But that's okay. We're still working that core underneath. Whew.
10 seconds.
Awesome. Almost there. Not much more to go. We have a little kneeling.
Rest.
Yes. So speaking of those rolls and those abs. Oh, we're going to twist. Sorry. So we're going to start with our hand right here. I'll show you. Running out of time.
Let's go.
So I'm just going to take my hand around my head, and then I'm going to bring it past my head. This is a great move to add a dumbbell in, which is a great way to up-level abs in general as you get stronger. A lot of the moves that we've just done, I have other ab workouts, brutal ab workouts that involve holding a dumbbell the whole time. Definitely go find those. But this is just a great way to really...
Halfway there.
One of my favorite moves. I do now do it with a dumbbell, but I'm on vacation. I don't have one with me today. So it is what it is. Good. Around.
10 seconds.
3 more moves after this. The next one, whew, it's a killer. Those moves I make myself do all the time.
Rest.
I don't like to use that word. I always tell people to say they don't love it, but I do. I hate it. It's really hard, which is why it's so
Let's go.
lean into that hard. We're going to take the arms and legs up. The goal here is to keep the arms and legs as close to the ground as you can while you rock. That's because it makes it harder. So you guys keep going. If you can do this, I'm just going to show you a modification. By taking the arms up and bringing the knees in, I'm taking a lot of strain off that core. This is a good way to work up to it. So if you were struggling, if you couldn't get your
Halfway there.
without momentum swinging around like crazy, I want you to stay here. But if you can, take those arms and legs back. Whew. Okay, so this one kills me every time. I could go like this and have all kinds of fun.
10 seconds.
Slow control that just destroys me if I'm being honest. Here we go. Whew. Almost there.
Rest.
All right. Last move of the day. We have a triple. We're going to keep our legs up. It's not the last move. We actually have swimmers coming up after this. Keep those legs up.
Let's go.
A little break from all that rocking. We're going to reach up and then to the left and to the right. Another one you could definitely add a dumbbell to if you're there. So we're going to reach straight up, take it to the left, take it to the right, right back to the middle. The goal of this one is just to really finish those abs off. So anything that was left, anything we haven't torched, we're just annihilating now in this last minute.
Halfway there.
Go over to swimmers, and we're going to go to recovery. So reaching. From here, we're going to finish with 25 seconds of swimmers on our back. And then we're going to take that
10 seconds.
pose into an up dog. Pretty sure I'm doing a little extra reaches here.
Rest.
Those abs are cooked. They are finished. Let's roll over. Let's finish this off with some swimmers for 30 seconds. Just like before, we did that super we're gonna
Last round.
but this time we're just going to alternate swimming it out. So the idea here is to get as much space between your shoulders and the ground and your thighs and the ground. So you're really going to feel this in your glutes and your lower back. So we're just going to swim it out, trying to reach as far forward with those hands as we can. Reach as far back with those legs as we can. And we're going to come right into a child's pose, start our little recovery.
Halfway there.
So thank you so much for joining me for a little core work on my vacation here at the lodge. Just such a pretty room. I love getting to sneak in here and
10 seconds.
do a little mobility, a little core. Keeping those gains on. Alright, take it back to the child's pose.
Well done.
Hold hold it here. A few deep breaths. Reaching those hands forward, letting go of everything we just did. And then from here, we're just gonna roll it right up into a high cobra. Whew. Deep breaths, really elongating that core, taking your shoulders back here. Stretching those abs. All right, guys, thanks again for joining me. Hope you had as much fun as I did. Just remember, keep coming back to this one until you're killing it, until you last those full 50 seconds, and then go to some of my more advanced ones. See you next time.